Hey guys, I'm back. It's been a while since I've made a video, but if you've been following my videos, I had mentioned that I was going to be taking a trip, and I actually took that trip, and I really enjoyed myself too, but I will make a later video on that. But in this one, I wanted to talk about a very it's like the most essential tool that you need on your, it doesn't matter if it's a twin flame journey or just a spiritual journey, if you've just spiritually awakened and you're not really interested in the twin flame journey. This tool will absolutely help you. It'll help anybody, and it's essential. Like it's an absolute in your twin flame journey, especially because your twin is your perfect mirror, and they're going to mirror all of your upsets to you. And essentially everybody is your mirror. Like, if you get mad at Bob down the street because he threw some trash in your yard, well, there's a reason behind that, and the upset is something within you, and you can't go run down the street and beat Bob up, but you can heal what part of you is upset that he threw that trash in your yard. Okay, so this tool was taught to me by my spiritual teachers, Jeff and Shaleia, and in TFAS, and you can find this in their book. It's Twin Flames: Finding Your Ultimate Lover on Amazon. It's a Kindle edition. You can purchase it online, and even if you have an iPhone, you can download the Kindle app to your iPhone, and you can read it from there. It's very easy to access. And I know that they're adding to it, and they're going to make a hard copy, which you can purchase. So that's really cool too. I'm excited about that. But this mirror exercise has completely changed my life. I mean, like literally everything. So I wanted to go over the steps, and I've written them down too, just so I can reference to them. Because there's sometimes, like once you get so used to doing this, there's 4 steps. Eventually you do it so much to where you don't even have to follow the steps. Like you just naturally know what steps to go through and what to do. So step 1, and I wrote down an example too, so follow this. But step 1, describe in as few words as possible the issue that you're experiencing. Okay, so as an example, I wrote down, let's say I'm upset with Carrie, or I'm upset that Carrie lied to me. And sorry if there's a Carrie watching this video. But I'm upset that Carrie lied to me. Okay? So step 2. Step 1, you've described your upset, right? Okay, so now we're going to move on to step 2. Okay, you're going to write the sentence all over again, but switch all the nouns to pronouns and point it back at yourself. Okay? So step 2 would be, you're going to take out Carrie and you're going to put you in there. So get all your frustration, you can point the blame all you want on step 1, but on step 2, you're going to bring it back into you. So step 2, I'm upset that I lied to myself. You're replacing Carrie with I, because it's an upset within you. All right? So on step 3, you're going to ask yourself, is there any truth to this statement? And go deep until you find the root. And what you're going to find, and hint, hint, there's always truth to this. Like, it's always true. There's always something within you. Somewhere you've not been honest with yourself. You've been lying to yourself. There's something there. Okay? So on step 3, you can write down, is there any truth to this? And like I said, the answer is always yes. So you drop down into your heart. You can close your eyes. Most people like to close their eyes, so you fill in your heart space, and you find that part of you that's upset. You find that part of you where you've been lying to yourself, where you've been dishonest with yourself. And once you find that feeling, you find that feeling and you feel it, don't numb out to it. If you do numb out to it, make the choice, I choose to feel my feelings, okay? So then step 4, what you're going to do is while you're in that feeling, you're going to speak to that part of yourself which is causing the problem, and you're going to love yourself. So you stay in your heart space and you sit with that feeling and you love that part of yourself that's upset, that part of you that's been dishonest with yourself. And what I always do in this step is I envision in my heart chakra, I envision like a bright white light, and the upset sitting in your heart, and it can feel painful, it can feel uncomfortable, there's discomfort there. So I just envision, God within my heart just melting away that upset. And I envision myself holding myself. You can ask yourself, the part of you that's upset, you can say, and you don't have to say it out loud. You say this to yourself. You can say it out loud too if you feel comfortable doing that. But you just say to that part of yourself, what do you need to feel loved right now? And sometimes that part of you may say, I just need a hug, or I need you to be honest with me. And then you make that choice and you love that part of yourself. Give yourself a hug and give it all the love that it needs, that part of you that's upset, and choose to be honest with yourself. You make that choice. That's your power, is you have the power to choose, and you have the power to choose love. And that's ultimately what we're doing here, is all these upset parts of you that are scattered about, you're pulling them in, and you're loving them, and you're healing the separation. There's no part of you that is separate. You're whole, but in the separation consciousness, you view these upsets as outside of you, outside of yourself. And what you're doing is you're loving that part of you that's been left there. It's just been left and it's upset and it needs love. And once you love it and you bring it back in and you let it melt, you're one by one, you're healing the separation. And you're not going to be, like I said in the beginning, Bob threw trash in your yard. You're going to heal this within you, and then you're not going to be upset that Bob threw trash in your yard. And ultimately, Bob was showing you something, and that's the beautiful thing about it, is we are all each other's mirrors. Absolutely everything is so symbolic, and the more that you go into the mirror exercise, and the more that you start to see your world shift. And that's another thing, and I've said this in a previous video, your external world mirrors your internal world. So any upsets within you, you're going to be shown externally. So if something is out of alignment, it's always showing you something that's inside of you that is out of alignment with love, and that is your opportunity to heal it. And the more that you do this, the more that you embody love, and the more that you ascend, and the closer your relationship with Source, with God, the deeper that bond grows. And if you're on the twin flame journey, this will result in union with God, with harmonious union with God, yourself and your twin, and working towards perfect union with God, yourself and your twin. And And when I say that, when I say God, yourself, and your twin, essentially it's all one. You know, we are all one. We're, I'm trying to explain this the best that I can, so bear with me. Yeah. I think that I hope you were able to understand this video. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to post them below and I will gladly answer. And I hope you really take this tool and use it for yourself, because it will absolutely change your world. It will change your life. Like, it's really incredible. And it's something too, it's a life-changing, like once, okay, say like you go on a diet, and I'm just trying to pull an example out here. Say you go on a diet and you're like eating all this healthy food and you start to lose weight, and then you stop with the diet and then you start to gain the weight again, you know, but yet if you change your lifestyle altogether and you stick with it forever, basically what I'm trying to say is it's a lifestyle choice, it's a lifestyle change. So you're always going to have to do the mirror exercise, like, and it'll get to a point to where it feels uncomfortable to not do it. I'm so far into my journey now that I feel in alignment with God, and in any tiniest little upset where I feel like I'm out of alignment, I have to immediately heal it. And because it's just uncomfortable, like, and you'll get to that point too, you know, on your journey. But anyways, I feel like I'm going down the rabbit hole right now, so I'm just gonna leave it here. And like I said, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to post them below the video. And thank you so much. See you soon. Bye.